Sports presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Sponsored by UCCU.
Here's a look at the best action from Week 7 of the high school football season. There were 8 unbeaten teams remaining in the state entering Friday's action, 2 of them in 1A, but only one would remain unbeaten after Friday. North Summit hosting Beaver. This was fun. Let's pick it up in the fourth quarter. Game tied at 6. Beaver quarterback Bodie Wheatley powers his way into the end zone. That offensive line does a great job. Beavers take a 6-point lead with 4 minutes left. 2 minutes left. North Summit responds. Quarterback Jake Smith decides to escape the pocket and run. That was an excellent choice. 54 yards later, he ties the game at 12. We go to overtime, third overtime, 2-point conversion time. Wheatley has it. Beaver goes up 2. North Summit's turn. Jake Smith to McCade Nelson. He ties it. This goes to a 5th overtime. Finally, after getting a defensive stop, North Summit ends it. Smith converts. And for the Braves, they remain undefeated, ending Beavers' 15-game win streak. All right, another unbeaten team is Roy. The Royals sit all alone in first place in Region 5, a game ahead of Bountiful and their Week 7 opponent, the Woods Cross Wildcats. A homecoming victory would move them to 7-0 on the year. Taking on the number 1 team in Class 5A. Roy in our Game Night Live Game of the Week. Roy scores first on a 19-yard Logan Sella touchdown run. Roy was up 20-7 to start the second half. Can Woods Cross come back? They certainly make a run. Jesse Simmons to Riker Martin, a 38-yard touchdown. Woods Cross down just 20-14, but the fourth quarter saw Roy pull away and put a stamp on this game with this, an interception by Zay Morris. A yard deep in the end zone. You know what he's going to do. He's going to take it all the way back, 102 yards. The pick 6. What a play. Roy with a nice win over Woods Cross. Staying in Region 4, Northridge hosting Bonneville. Bonneville pulled off the upset thanks to an incredible game from Isaac Mansory. What a catch! The senior made plays in all 3 phases. That toe tapper for the game's first score, and then opening kickoff of the second half. He takes the pitch and takes it to the house. 85 yards for a 16-0 lead. He also added a 55-yard catch and run. Look at these moves. Shake and bake. Mansory also had 3 picks on defense. That's a Player of the Week nominee. Bonneville with a 29-21 win. The Lone Peak Knights look to be the team to beat in 6A, but every night in Region 3 is tough, and they were reminded of that by American Fork. Their rival, they continue their crosstown rivalry Friday night. Cavemen come out strong in the first quarter, up 7-0. David Gaisford finds Cade Wilkinson, the one-handed snag. He's been doing that a lot this year. American Fork up 14-0 after 1 quarter, but Lone Peak turns it on in the second quarter. Sean Tahi takes the handoff. He'll shake the defender, and he goes 39 yards for the touchdown. End of the second quarter, Kepa Nimetolu to Tahi on the screen. Tahi with his 3rd touchdown of the quarter. Lone Peak scores 35 straight points in the second quarter. They go on to win big. Corner Canyon hosting Riverton in Region 2 action. Chargers opening drive, Kingston Cooper breaks a tackle, turns on the Jets. 30 yards for the touchdown. Riverton would answer. Andrew Nielsen, Dane Slack, a 19-yard touchdown, his 8th of the year. But Corner Canyon would go on to win this one, 49-21, 6 rushing touchdowns for the Chargers. The Bingham Miners hosting the Harriman Mustangs. Second quarter, Bingham's Felipe with a 6-yard touchdown run. Bingham with the early lead. Fourth quarter, a done to John Kulamushi for 28 yards, and Bingham gets the shutout win over Harriman. Region 1, Weber hosting Syracuse. After rushing for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns against Davis, Dyson Parker picks up where he left off with a 52-yard touchdown run. Weber rolling early. Drew Kachakarni, back from a torn ACL in April, throws 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to Ian Elmore. This effort was spectacular by Elmore. When he's done juking defenders, he's got a 77-yard touchdown. Weber wins big, 45-27, and Davis was upset by Fremont. Farmington hosting Layton in Region 1. Defense and special teams playing a big role in this one, possibly the play of the week. The interception by Afu Fiafia. Take another look at that. Pins it on the back of the Leighton player. On his helmet, keeps it from touching the ground. One of 5 forced turnovers, end of the first. Lancers on for a field goal blocked by Farmington. Kaba Fiafia. He's going to pick it up and return it all the way for the touchdown. Farmington takes down Leighton 24-17. Another one of those 8 undefeated teams was Maple Mountain in 5A. The Golden Eagles entered the week at 6-0. Orem was undefeated in region until they were shocked by Skyview last week. So Maple Mountain was in control of this game in the first half. Karsten Fagan, pick 6. Oops. Maple Mountain up 14-0. Third quarter, they take a 21-7 lead. Mason Jensen to Derek Morehouse. It's a 48-yard touchdown. Golden Eagles rolling, but Orem would take control of the game after that. Orem quarterback Taden Kaava with a 23-yard touchdown to Kawi Akana. Then Orem takes the lead later in the quarter. Another touchdown for Akana. Orem bounces back and stays unbeaten in Region 7 play. Wasatch and Springville staying in Region 7. Second quarter, Red Devils a 6-0 lead. Easton Levitt finds Jack Pickering down the sidelines. It's a 78-yard touchdown. Third quarter, Levitt finds Reed Deedy, the tight end. Makes the grab, keeps the feet in bounds. Springville gets the win, 20-6. Region 6, East hosting Brighton. Another top play nominee, Lucius Lutali. After a Brighton defender tips the pass, he tips it back to himself. First quarter, Bengals on the board first when Mason Hartle powers his way in for 6. Nice contact at the goal line to get in. Go to the second quarter. East defense comes up with a big play. Reese Hintemeyer. A 64-yard pick 6 for the Leopards. East led by 7 at the half, but Brighton would find a way. They come back and win 31-17. Region 6. Alta hosting Olympus. Down 3-0. Olympus takes the lead for good. Max Rice going deep. Caden Lloyd. 70-yard touchdown. Second quarter, Rice does it again, finds Luke Campbell in the end zone. Take your pick there. Titans now 3-1 in Region 6. Non-region game, but a fun one in 4A. Clemson Cliffs at Stansbury. First quarter, McCord Christiansen. How does he stay up here? Gets through the pile, and 41 yards later, it is a score. We go to the third quarter, tied at 14. Stansbury's Noah Cephas breaks a couple of tackles, a hard 27 yards, but he puts the Stallions on top. Fourth quarter, it's a 5-point game. Crimson Cliffs goes to the air. Ryder Sherritt to Malachi Alofapo. 49 yards for the touchdown. That turned out to be your game winner. We might see that one again in the state tournament. All right, we have to take another short break. We will announce our next Game Night Live game of the week, and it's the best of Week 7. Wrapped up in 90 seconds of football bliss. The highlight reel is next. Week 7 did not disappoint. A 5-overtime battle between unbeaten, stunning upsets and big-time plays. We took our best from it all and packed it into this week's Game Night Live game of the highlight reel.
Nothing will be handed to you. Nothing.
Trouble, intercepted. He's got a shot. 30. Cuts it back inside. Now to midfield. He's got blockers. Touchdown, Roy!
Game Night Live Game of the Week looks to be the game of the year in Region 3. Number 1 Lone Peak will host number 5 Skyridge. The Knights have not lost to a Utah team this year. Both teams undefeated in region play. 7 p.m. Friday on the KSL Plus app, KSL Sports app, KSLSports.com.